Hey everyone, welcome back to Lesson 16, Break Apart Practice and our 8x6 array. So what you're going to be doing today is just some extra practice to show that you understand the break apart strategy for solving multiplication. So what you will be doing, I have included a couple more examples of a break apart strategy that we talked about in our last lesson. You're always more than welcome to go back and review that video. You can, fast forward through some of it if you need a kind of a refresher for it. But there are a couple more examples here of how to do the break apart strategy. This one shows 9 times 4. It's kind of hard to see because I did it in purple and blue and they're kind of similar. But it shows that we have right here our 4 and our 9, and we broke that 4 into 2 and 2. Okay, we even have the 2 arrays down here shown, and then our multiplication problems. So what you'll be doing today, there's another one over here too, for look at this example. So you've got 2 examples of our break apart strategy on this lesson alone, and then there is the video from last time that explains it as well. So what you're going to be doing for your kind of assignment for today, it's pretty straightforward. In a couple of lessons ago, you were working on the combinations I know. That was in lesson 14. So you were able to go through the flashcards. I couldn't think of the word for it. You're able to go through the flashcards and make a list of the facts that you know and the facts that you're still working on. So what I want you to do is to go back to that list and look at the ones that you are still working on. The multiplication problems that you don't really know right off the top of your head. You should have a list of them right here all ready to go, so that should be really helpful. And what I want you to do is I want you to pick at least 5 of those combinations that you are still working on. It can be any of them. Please don't do 8 times 6. We're going to do that one in just a second. So do any 5 except for 8 times 6. If you think, oh, I don't have 5, I already know all of them, well, then pick 5 combinations, 5 multiplication problems that you could use the break apart strategy for. And what you're going to do is on a separate sheet of paper, I want you to, I can read it for you, choose at least 5 of the problems from your list of problems that you're still working on, or combinations you're still working on. I should change that. But draw out each of the arrays and then solve them using the break apart strategy for practice. Take a picture of your work and then insert it below. Okay, so right here is where you will insert your screenshot, or if just your picture of your work of your notebook paper. So make sure that for each one, have them numbered 1 through 5. Tell us what the multiplication problem is, and then draw the array and show us how you would break that array apart into smaller arrays in order to solve it easier. All right, you can insert that picture here. After you have those 5 done, just as kind of a quick assessment to see how we're doing, this problem it's kind of part 2. For this one, then, on another sheet of paper, I want you to solve the problem, the equation 8 times 6, using the break apart strategy. Again, if you think I know that one like that off the top of my head, that's fantastic. But we still need to make sure that you're able to show this strategy. All right. When we do our assessments and stuff, we're able to move you up higher in math if you're able to actually communicate your math and show us how you're able to solve it. Again, some of us can solve it really quickly in our head, and that's awesome, but we still need you to be able to show us on paper how you did that problem. So this one says on a separate sheet of paper, from your work that you did in the previous slide, solve the equation 8 times 6 using the break apart strategy. There's a couple of things I want you to try and include for this one problem. So make sure to include the following in your work: a story problem to go along with the equation. So what would be a good equation that you can use that would be for 8 times 6? Okay, you can use story problems that we've used already in the past. You can use, think about some fruit, buying fruit from the store, or, groups of things. Just see if you can come up with a story problem for 8 times 6. Now, it's not going to be horrible if you can't. Just try. All right. And then with that story problem, make sure you draw the picture and array. Make sure that you show the break apart strategy portion of the problem, and then make sure you have your answer and circle it even. Okay, make sure you take a picture of that, insert it here, then we will be good to go. So if you have any questions, make sure you let your teacher know. But other than that, we'll see how you guys do. Have fun.